Tubers, we've got an HR215, and just off camera, we've got an HR214. The HR215 I got for free. I've been using it here, and it's always had a bit of a rod knock. What happened to it? Previous owner got it from an older lady. Had very low hours on it, I guess, and he let a brother-in-law or a brother or something like that borrow it, and the bottom seal, the oil seal on the crank in the bottom, let go and dumped all of its oil out. I'm guessing it ran like that for long enough, and it caused damage to components in the engine, unfortunately. Today I went to use it, started it up, started driving it across the lawn, got about 4 or 5 rows done on the grass, and it was running extra good today, a little extra smooth, but suddenly it started not running smooth at all. Well, let me just show you here if it doesn't blow up. Yeah, it's ready to go. It is ready to go. So Rodney's knocking on the door. So what we're gonna do, from what I've been able to research and find, the HR214 mower, or the engine rather, is identical. As you can see, the covers are all different, obviously, and the mufflers are actually, the muffler on this one actually allows more flow. This one's slightly smaller. From what I've been able to research, though, they're identical engines. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this cover off, carburetor, everything off of this one, take it off of there, swap it onto this one, but this engine is going to end up on this deck. This deck has a 3-speed transmission. I like other little aspects of this deck. It's in better shape, much lower hours here. This one I just started on some carburetor cleaner just to see if it functions, if it works. Smoked a little bit, normal Honda thing, but this engine sounds really smooth, or it sounds really good. So we're gonna start swapping components over, flip these decks over, take all the components underneath off, and check to see which components are the best out of the two, and swap them all over to this one. Make one good mower out of the two. Eventually, I might end up going through this engine, rebuilding it, new piston, new rings, new connecting rod, probably new crank as well. But that is in the future. I picked this guy up for $5. Free and $5. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's start swapping parts over. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm just using my cheap boss stitch today. For the smaller fittings. Really wish I had my magnet for my microphone and I could use my mic set. But unfortunately, I don't have the magnet side of the microphone, so. Oh, there's one more. Go. The weird thing is with this one too, I've noticed, I don't know what's going on with it, but you can't turn it over very easily. It's really tight. But once you engage the blades, it moves really freely. I'm guessing the blade brake, when you let go, is somehow staying applied, or somewhat staying applied to the engine, like the clutches. I'm not sure what's going on. But we're going to be, like I said, swapping parts from one to the other. These are all 10 millimeter. And this thing smells like really old fuel. I actually wonder if the tank, on the other one is larger or if they're the same size of tank. I do wonder though if the fuel tank on this one is larger or if it's same size. Need a different size of socket here. I wonder if it's actually this 13 I've already got. Let's see. Nope. It is a 12 mil. Man, that was tight. The old fuel tank. We're going to use the fuel tank off the other mower regardless, because the other mower is a known running condition. Not for long, but it's a known running condition, so it's got a cleaner fuel tank and such. Yes, I'm using this to push the get that fuel line started. I don't have a screwdriver over here with me. Alright. There's a tab on the back side of that. Let me go grab a screwdriver. Alright. Grabbed a screwdriver. It's a tab that's holding in. Holding in the fuel line on the back side. So that's out of the way now. I'm going to be using the fuel. I'm going to be using pretty much just the long block of this lawnmower. The carburetor's coming off, tank's coming off, covers, everything pretty much. Right way of doing this would be to remove the studs. The quick way of doing this is to give the pieces a bit of a bend to them, and they pop right off. This one you can just pop right off. That one's easy. I think that's everything from the carburetor. This thing's been sitting around a long time. The way the fuel smells, like that carburetor smells, I would guess probably 8 years, 8 or more years. So that's all good there. We need to take the muffler off the other side. We also need to get into this cover back here, if you can see. Yeah, you can see it. Let's see, there are bolts. There's a bolt right there. It's an 8 millimeter. Where'd my 8 millimeter go? There it is. It's right next to you. Come on. There we go. And that covers off. There's your drive shaft. Goes directly into the gearbox. These are gear or shaft driven. They don't have a belt. Kind of neat. That's really simple. That just slides right out. I think we're going to get the muffler off next, and then we are going to flip it over and start disassembling components underneath. All right. Wondering if I was going to pull the stud out. Yep, they both pulled the stud out. Now if we look, take all the spider webs off. There's the muffler. You can see the opening on it. We'll compare them side by side, but this one is a lot smaller. I think that's all we're going to pull off this part of it. Now we just need to flip it over. You always want to flip your lawnmower with the exhaust side facing downwards. If you flip it the other direction, This is the breather on this mower. This is the breather. It's connected to the top of the crankcase on this side. And if you flip it on this side, this will most likely have oil come through it and in, and it will spill everywhere or completely soak your air filter, and then your mower magically won't start for some odd reason and you can't figure it out until you start seeing it leaking. And then you'll notice it. This one's got a brand new blade on it, and that blade is backwards. Yeah, that lawnmower blade is brand new and backwards, totally backwards. Not even the right way of putting it on. It looked like it was actually bending it slightly. And that could be the issue right there with, it's gotta be. See that rub mark right here? There's a little bit of a rub mark on that washer. That's the reason why that mower wasn't turning over. And I wonder if they put it together that way and then they went, well, I guess something's messed up. I'll just go buy a new lawnmower. So we got a brand new blade. You can see all the green on the back side of the blade right there. So they must have used it for some amount of time before stopping using it. So we might just use that whole clutch pack as it is. We may not even disassemble that. It looks like it's going to be 13. It isn't, or 12 millimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the engine is loose. Let's see. It's that the cable right here. Let me get this cable off real quick. Alright, off camera, I ended up taking this whole cable off of the lawnmower. I think we were going to just move that one over. It looks like there's a keeper on this clutch pack causing it not to come off easily. So we're just going to leave it alone. We're just going to leave it and use it as a hole. Take this guy off. See your throttle. And then we need to, ouch. That guy comes off of there. This guy goes sliding through. There we go. That has been stripped. I am going to disassemble the rest of this. Sell the wheels, the transmission, the other cords and cables, and post them all up on eBay probably, and make some money off the rest of that. All right, time to pull this engine apart, start swapping components over. I should clarify before somebody calls me out on it. I should clarify that the blocks are the same. The displacement is not. The one is a GXV 120, about 3.5 horsepower. This is a GXV 140. This one is about 5 horsepower, and the GXV 160 or 170 is still made, and that one's got obviously more horsepower. So we are going down in horsepower, but I actually wonder if we really are because this one is so hurt. So we're going to keep swapping things over. We're going to swap this, like I said, this cover, filter, carburetor, all over to the other one. Might be slightly oversized on the carburetor and the exhaust, possibly, but I am okay with that. So let's keep swapping things over. Eventually, like I said, I will be rebuilding this guy, or I'll be finding the newer style GXV 160 or 70, I can't remember what it is, and swapping that onto this deck. And they use those on the commercial mowers. So I had one of those at one point. Ended up turning around and selling it. As you can see, they use the same filter element. Other components, lots of stuff shared between the two. This is going to be pretty much all of the same disassembly. So honestly, I'm going to go ahead and cut here. I'm going to get this guy totally disassembled. It's going to come apart the same exact way that the other mower did until we get this block off. And I'll resume once I start getting the other block back on and getting this cover on that block. Unless I see some big differences between the two or things that I want to point out. We're just going to go ahead and cut here, and I'm going to get all this done off camera. All right. Can you guys tell me the difference? Same exact block. Same exact. Different head numbers. That one's also leaking. That's the good one. That's the bad one. Here's the shiny, shimmery, splendid oil that came out of it. It's got some colors, and a lot of them are sparkly. That oil has a very distinct smell to it. It smells like an oil that has gotten very, 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 very hot. So the exhaust is the same size, the ports at least. Intake ports are the same size. This one's got milky oil in it. I'm going to be changing that oil very quickly, very, very soon. But other than that, it's just a matter of reassembly now, putting this all back on. The cables were different designs, so I took the cable off the other one. It is just a simple 2-bolt. This all stays as one piece. So just take the 2 bolts off. Really simple. So, just a matter of putting this guy all back together and sticking it on there. And here's this muffler I was telling you about. That one's heavier too, but really small, a lot larger. I bet you this one's quieter. It's got a name on it. Sand Key. Has that one got a name on it too? Nelson. This one's a lot heavier. It's like twice the weight. That one's hefty. But that's probably the one that'll go back on it. A little more free flowing. Maybe a little more power. But here we go with reassembly. I might just do a little time lapse of putting it back together. Alright, putting the blades back on here. This one had just a single blade on it. This one's got the quadra cut. It's got the 2 blades on each side. And I noticed it must be as blades of grass are getting cut by this one and flung up, it has worn away at the blade right there. That is not by design. Kind of crazy. I think what we're going to do is actually get rid of that main blade. Uh-oh. We're going to use this one. This one's a Honda original blade. So we're going to use that new blade. Stuff it on there. Why? Because we can. Keep this one around. But we'll throw that new one on there. Alright. That is fully mounted. Again, the reason why I am not just fixing up that one and I'm fixing up this one, I like this deck better. The deck is pretty much exactly the same thing. This one's got a better transmission in it. Engine's easier to swap than the transmission. So I will swap out the engine. Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty straightforward going back together here. Just got to make sure all the gaskets are all put where they're supposed to be. What's hidden here? Maybe one of these guys are, here we go. One of the studs was pushed out just enough to get in the way. Slide that guy in. Shaking a little bit. I haven't eaten enough today. Come on. What have I eaten today? I think I've just eaten a breakfast burrito today. I think that's all I've had. Let's see, where's the air cleaner? And fuel tank. Fuel tank will go on as well. On sideways. Tanks are identical. To answer the question we were asking earlier. I don't know what this little wire is for. I guess it was for like a repair tag. This engine was maintained by a small engine shop. Semi near here. I don't know where the cover went. There it is. Maintained. Yeah. The repair shop is about 25 minutes away from here. Whether they saw it once or they saw it 1,000 times, I'm not sure. Most of those repair shops throw stickers on equipment. And honestly, that would bug me. If I took a piece of equipment in somewhere and they stuck a sticker on it, I'm sure it's regular practice. And I'm sure it's to help get guys to come back to you. It'd bug me. If I brought you a piece of equipment and you threw a sticker on it, I don't know. What do you guys think? Would it bug you? Throw it down in the comments. If it would bug you if somebody threw a sticker on your piece of equipment, let me know. I'd like to see what other people think about that. Air filter box, I think, got up and walked away. There it is. Just seeing how that arm interferes, or the tube interferes with full throttle. No, it doesn't. I'll just see if that needs to be adjusted now. There is. Can you see? Is it still recording? It is. Tube on the bottom side. Hose goes there. Not going to put the bolt in just yet because the cover needs to go on. Always seems to be a battle to video anything anymore. My phone overheated and didn't tell me that it had shut off. We got the gasket in there correctly, tightened these two bolts down, left the middle bolt out because the cover still needs to go on. And then we went ahead and got the exhaust on. This is, like I said, the larger exhaust. We reused the exhaust studs because those came out as one piece instead of leaving the studs in. Take the fuel cap off here. That gasket's actually supposed to be in the cover. slide this guy back in here. There we go. Just getting it all to line up as I'm dropping it on. Oh, that's right. I put a screw in this to stop the oil tube from popping out. Put the fuel cap back on. And it is time to keep reassembling here. Grab all the nuts and bolts. Let's see. I think it is this guy that goes here. Now the engine looks the part. This isn't going to be sold to anyone, if anybody's wondering. This is my personal mower. It's going to stay with me. Let's see, is that the... Yeah, these are the right bolts. For anyone who's worried that it's not the strongest thing in the world, so I'm not going to over torque any of these. Make sure these guys are tight. Dog's fighting in the background. How many more bolts we need? We got, let's see, that is different on that side. It's on enough though. It's just one bolt on that part of the cover. This piece underneath is different. Is it easily removed, or are we just going to leave it alone? Yeah, we're going to leave it alone. I'd have to take this off and take a couple other components off. This oil is going to come out. I need to put the other cover back on the other side as well. Why is that up? Oh, that's right. That needs to come down here too. Let's go to the other side. All right. This guy will have to be adjusted after I get it running. Easiest way, well actually, easiest way to get these adjusted correctly is to figure out where the choke is applying. I can't see it. Choke is right here. So yeah, that choke is not applying at all. So I'm going to loosen that back up. Pull it back. Probably about there. Is that applying the choke now? Barely. It needs more. Probably to the end there. Is the choke applying now? That's full throttle. Comes right up to the choke, barely touches it, and then pushing it forwards chokes it. Yep, I think that's set correctly now. The air cleaner cover back on. If I can get it on there straight. Oh, that sun is hot. Camera's gonna overheat again. Why can't I get that straight? All the bolts are in it. There we go. Let's see what I'm doing wrong here. It's like a race against the clock with the phone getting hot. Next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna get this cover put on off camera, and then I'm gonna get that oil drained. Easiest, fastest way to get the oil out of these Hondas, or really any Honda for that matter, and most lawn mowers, is through the dipstick. That doesn't look great. And there is some chunks coming out of that. Looks like a lot of water. Yeah, I'm gonna guess water. It doesn't smell like fuel. That color in the oil as well. That milky color, it's usually water. I'm gonna drain all this out. I'm gonna put some just random oil in, make a couple passes, and then drain the oil out again, and then put some good stuff in. It's got the older wire style of dipstick. I like those. All right, just put some oil in it. Let's see if it's enough. You do not screw the filter or the needs more. You don't screw the dipstick tube or the dipstick back into the tube. I'm using 10W40 ATV oil. Stuff's been sitting around a long time. This bottle's probably 10 years old or more. Yep. Got enough in it now. I might do a drain and fill twice before I put good oil in it. Start it up now. Cable needs to be adjusted up just a little bit more. It's not doing choke, that's why it wasn't starting easy. Honestly, looks like that one piece has been bent. The actual arm that hits the choke, it has been. There we go. Now let's see. Oh yeah. I think it works a little too good now. All right. All right, this engine is honestly really smooth. There's a little bit of a rattle, and it's coming from the grass catcher door or hatch. A little bit of that water buildup still in the oil. It's mostly cleaned out now though. Dump this out. That's looking pretty good. Still milky, but I think we can go ahead and put the fresher oil in now, or fresh oil. Good stuff. Hopefully you can see that. It's been through one mowing cycle. Oil's up to temperature, nice and hot. The oil was clear before I started it again today. So there's definitely some moisture still. You know, instead of wasting the good oil, I think I am gonna put one more change of that ATV oil in here. But one thing we're gonna also be doing for the end of the video is cleaning up this lawnmower, giving it a good once over with some cleaner and pressure washer. Make it nice and clean and good looking again. Trying to get that moisture out of the top there. Let's go ahead and put some oil back in there for a bit. All right, let's go ahead and throw some more oil in it, and then I'm gonna start it and let it run off camera for probably another 5-10 minutes, and we'll drain it again. Hopefully that'll be enough oil for it. It's hard to chase moisture out of a engine sometimes. Let's see. Uh-huh. Yep, that's enough oil in there. We're gonna go ahead and all right, it's full of oil now. Gonna go ahead and start it up, and off camera, we're gonna let it run for, like I said, 5-10 minutes, something like that. All right, that's been running for about 10-15 minutes. I'm not really seeing too much moisture anymore. Some of it will get cooked off and it'll just disappear. Yep, that's looking pretty good now. I think we're safe to put the good oil in now. Not that Valvoline ATV oil isn't good. That's great stuff, honestly. But I've got some 10W30 AMS oil, small engine oil for this, and that stuff is what I run in all of my personal equipment. Anything I'm repairing for anyone as well, I will usually put that in unless they ask for a different type of oil. I have had particular customers before. Go ahead and bring it in here. Gonna use a funnel. It's the 10W30. Notice this oil stays cleaner for longer too. It doesn't seem like it breaks down like some other oils that I've had in the past. might be enough there. Let's go ahead and check it with the dipstick. Again, you check the dipstick with it threaded all the way out. Just cleaning up the threads here. A little bit of stuff on the threads. Okay. We're right above the full line. So that oil has been sufficiently flushed. It is nice and clean now. Now we're going to spray this down with some super clean degreaser. Help get some of this grease up and off the block. Whoa, it's reacting. Oh, it's because it's hot. It's boiling off. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Thought it was attacking the aluminum there for a second, but pretty sure this stuff's safe on aluminum. Engines, tools, grills, driveways, outdoor furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, stainless steel, fiberglass, concrete, and many other cleaning uses. Gonna let this stuff soak for a little bit, help break up some of the oil that's on this, and then we're gonna come in with the pressure washer and pressure wash it. So you can see that muffler's still hot. Gonna make this thing look like new. A lot of oil and grease on this deck. Probably due to that oil seal letting go previously, slinging oil everywhere, but then as well as changing the engine, we spilt oil and then mowed with it, did a full mow session. And imagine all of that definitely doesn't help keep very clean. So hopefully soaking this stuff in will help, and we'll have a nice clean mower after. All right, as you can see, nice and clean, guys. The carburetor even came up clean. Little bit of schmutz back there. I tried getting it, it wasn't moving. But I think we're pretty good, guys. What do you think? Nice and clean, the wheels cleaned up, cleaned the bottom of the deck. I think that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look into the future for a rebuild of the engine that originally came off of this. We might end up doing that, or another repower on this, but seems like it's running really good. Awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you, tubers. Bye. Yep, we are still using the Black Max pressure washer we got from the dump. It was literally in a dump pile with another one. I'll put all the videos to the other pressure washer and this pressure washer down in the description. I think there should be 3 altogether, but still using it. Still got the Yan Max, I think is what it's called, the Yan Max upgraded pressure washer pump. But yeah, still working good.